Strive Masiyiwa's 7 ultimate life lessons for every young person. Strive Masiyiwa is one of Africa's most successful entrepreneurs, a generous humanitarian and philanthropist. Born in Zimbabwe in 1961, Masiyiwa's family eventually moved to Zambia, where he grew up. Driven by purpose after university education in the UK, he returned home in 1984 after 17 years. After working briefly as a telecoms engineer for the state-owned telephone company, he quit his job and set up his own company with the equivalent of $75. In 5 years, he had emerged as one of the country's leading industrialists, having built a large electrical engineering business. When he set out to diversify into telecom to help build the telecommunications industry in Zimbabwe, his journey was met with fierce opposition from the Mugabe's led government, claiming monopoly in telecom. Indeed, Strive Masiyiwa saw something that his government could not see, which was why the government's refusal to him must surely rank amongst the greatest follies in the world of business. They could have owned the eConnect wireless group, but instead they declared war on me, he said. Today, Strive is the most successful entrepreneur to emerge from Zimbabwe. His influence spans Africa and the entire globe. eConnect Wireless is easily Zimbabwe's most successful corporation, with a subscriber base of over 6 million and magnetizing investors worldwide. Headquartered in Johannesburg, it has operations across Africa, Europe and Asia. Over the last few years, Masiyiwa has devoted his time to mentoring the next generation of African entrepreneurs. On his Facebook page, Facebook has identified his platform as having the most engaging following of any business leader in the world. In today's video, you will learn at least 7 valuable life lessons from Strive Masiyiwa, a man who have strived to live up to his first name. Before we go to it, we would love to appreciate every one of you for your support and engagement. Please keep the comments, questions and engagement coming. If you haven't already, remember to subscribe to After School Africa channel for more educative and inspiring videos like this. With that said, let's get to the lessons. Number 1. Be unapologetically relentless on what you believe is right. Masiyiwa has met with fierce competition more than most entrepreneurs. When he lost his court case for a telecom license to the Zimbabwean government in 1994, he pushed further by appealing to the Constitutional Court of Zimbabwe. He could have easily avoided this battle by accepting prevailing corrupt practice at the time. But according to him, he wanted to prove that it's possible to do business successfully in Africa without being corrupt. And this has been his mantra till today. 4 years later, at the brink of bankruptcy, he won the case. Being in court with the government would have looked like an impossible and nearly lost case, but perseverance brought victory. Never allow yourself to become a grasshopper in your own eyes, even if others see you as nothing or less. Masiyiwa has come to relish obstacles and challenges. To him, challenges are opportunities in disguise. Number 2. Live to impact lives and make a difference. It is noteworthy that Masiyiwa has not published a book yet, despite persuasion from every corner to write a bestseller. Masiyiwa doesn't believe in selling his business wisdom in a book form, but would rather grant interviews, write on his blog or make posts on Facebook for more people to have access to his knowledge for free. For more than 20 years, Masiyiwa has used his wealth to provide scholarship to over 100,000 young Africans through his family foundation, which he runs with his wife, Tsitsi Masiyiwa. He supports over 40,000 orphans with educational scholarship, as well as sponsoring students at universities in USA, the UK and China. In July 1998, he listed eConnect Wireless Zimbabwe on the local stock exchange as a gesture of thanks to reward the thousands of ordinary people who supported him during his long legal battle against the Zimbabwean government. He believes these people deserve part ownership in the company, Masiyiwa is indeed setting a good example to follow. Number 3. Separate business from sentiments. When others look back at my business career one day, I hope they will see that I sought to emphasize the need for a boundary between business and politics. That you don't go into politics so that you may prosper in business, or you use your business to advance politics, Masiyiwa stated in his interview with The Focus. Masiyiwa has close relationships with big names in government and institutions, yet when it came to doing business, he sticks to process rather than politics. Aliko Dangote, the richest man in Africa, shares similar belief. By the way, we have a video on life lessons from Dangote. Be sure to check it out. If you are dreaming of building a successful business, you won't be wrong to learn from these people. Number 4. When you see an opportunity, reach out and grab it. Masiyiwa is a big advocate of people, particularly Africans, identifying opportunities to meet needs in their community and creating a solution to meet them. In 1994, 70% of Africans had never had a telephone ring. People all across Africa desperately needed a reliable and cost-effective means of reaching out to their loved ones and associates wherever they were in the world. Masiyiwa, as a young engineer, saw an opportunity to meet a need and grabbed it against all odds. Creating an enterprise to meet people's need not only make life more comfortable for people, it also creates wealth for the people involved. In doing this, Masiyiwa recommends a lot about the need to use information technology and the internet to develop new businesses, as well as to boost old ones. Number 5. Prepare and practice. Masiyiwa likes to dole out loads of wisdom in form of autobiography stories on his Facebook page. In one of these stories, he speaks of how his team bid for telecom license from the government of Botswana with 4 other already established companies: MTN, Vodacom, Bharti of India and Orange. Mascom Wireless, which was short form for Masiyiwa Communications, was barely a known name. Neither were members of his team. While competitors came in private jets, his team managed to afford land travel. Despite all the supposed limitation, through weeks and weeks of planning and mock pitches, Mascom Wireless won the bid. Imagine the scenario. They face global competitors, didn't look affluent like their competitors. It's not the will to win that matters. Everyone has that. It's the will to prepare to win that matters. In spite of the odds, you will almost always exceed your expectations if you are willing to put in the work to prepare effectively. Number 6. Have faith in God. As a devout Christian, Masiyiwa's values are of great importance to him. Instead of cutting corners and getting involved in corrupt practices, Masiyiwa prefers to wait it out in an audacity of faith. While struggling to establish e-Connect in both Zimbabwe and Nigeria, Masiyiwa was opposed to pay bribes to government officials. Rather, he stubbornly pursued his cases in court, which he eventually always won. Masiyiwa believes it's better to delay gratification than to corrupt your soul with bribe. This stands him out as an exceptional, upright entrepreneur. People close to Masiyiwa confirm that he never takes any important business decisions without first going on his knees, and judging by e-Connect's outstanding success, keeping faith in God has worked. Number 7. Eventually, what matters is love. Family love, love for spouse, love for African youths are all more important to Masiyiwa than his business or status in the society. In one of his many afterthoughts, he shares, "I am first and foremost a child of God, then a son to my mother, a husband to my wife, and a dad to my children, a father to the fatherless, and a mentor to the next generation. Whatever title you give me will never be above those." Fulfillment comes when you eventually surround yourself with people you love and who love you in return. What's one lesson you are taking away? Let's hear you in the comment section. If you found this inspiring, give it a thumbs up and share. If you are yet to subscribe to this channel, this is likely a good time to subscribe. Until next time, your success matters.